together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I will be joined here by my brother Tim in just a few minutes, so he will be showing up today, just a couple minutes late. But we have a small slate for baseball today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 games. And we get some afternoon action. We get a 1:10 game. We get a couple 2:10 games, 2:10 games, a couple 3 o'clock games. So we have plenty of action to get us through the entire day, starting at 1 o'clock. So, and then tonight, because I think we do have some late games. Yeah, we have a 10 o'clock game between Baltimore and LA. We have the 8 o'clock game between Houston and Kansas City. We also have football today. So we have plenty of action to get through for today's slate. But before we get into yesterday, we'll take a look back at, before we get into today, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. It was just basically a break-even day. 4-4-1 up 0.20 units. So it was not here nor there for me. Slight up. I'll take a slight up day any day of the year. Started off really strong. Started off 3-0, so I guess it was a frustrating end to the night. Chicago Cubs plus 145. Never ever in doubt. No sweat. Easy winner. No, just like. I think that may have been the easiest win of the entire season. The Cubs down 10-3, come all the way back to win 14-10. So that was just a crazy game there. The Astros double up was as easy as it gets. Money line, team total over. The team total over hit in the 4th inning. They win 10-0 against the Phillies. Phillies get Atlanta today, so that's kind of interesting there. Cincinnati Reds was kind of a mistake. They were down 5-0, took a 6-5 lead, and then lost 9-6. So that was fun there. Minnesota Twins first 5 plus 120 was a loser. Colorado Rockies minus 130 is a winner. Mets first 5 somehow pushed. I fell asleep when I think it was 3-0, and I woke up to the first 5 being tied 4-4. So I'll take the push there, and the double up on the Orioles, and then I did not go well. They lose 6-4, so the money line was a loser. The team total over got hooked. So overall, 4-4-1 yesterday. Slightly profitable day. So I guess we'll take it. Continue to move on in this baseball season, which we have less than a month left in the regular season now. So there we go. So we'll move on. And we'll go there. Travis Jankowski catch of the year. That was live bet the Texas Rangers. There you go. We doing college football? No, we won't be doing college football on the shows because we'll do free pick videos for that, and there's just so many games. So there's that. So there's too many games for us to really go over the full show with or a full card or anything like that. We do free pick videos for them every night. So if you guys want college football content, we have college football content. Got plenty of it. So there's that. Bang, bang, Strogang. There you go. What does a pitcher need to do in order to record a win? They need at least 5 innings pitched, and they need to be leading when they exit the game. If it's tied, you don't get the win and things like that. But yeah. Darn, but thanks for the free picks. I understand. You're all good. There's too many games. I would love to eventually one day do a show where we go over every single college football game every week. That's just not in the cards right now. I don't have time for a 5-hour show like that to go over every single game of the week. That's just too much at the moment. Maybe in a couple years, then that could be in discussion. Once this channel grows, if this channel hits 50,000 subscribers or something like that, if this channel can grow to a point where we're making thousands of dollars a month off of ads and stuff like that, and things like that with sponsors potentially, I will definitely sit down and really consider a college football show. If this channel blows up the way I hope it does, and we make a decent amount of money being able to do this full time and things like that, yes, I'm still in school, by the way, too. So, I mean, I'm taking classes, so that's taking up a lot of my time too, for like potential show time. So, unfortunately, it's not in the cards right now. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, maybe this channel blows up. So share it out to everybody. I mean, if we hit 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, then we can definitely talk about doing more shows, more content and stuff like that, because we'll be bringing in more and we'll be able to allocate more time towards content, which I would love to do. I would absolutely love to stream for 7 hours a day, 8 hours a day. That'd be so much fun. Just talk sports and stuff like that for 8 hours a day. Would love that. Absolutely. Unfortunately, that's not in the cards at the moment yet. Head back to the chat real quick. Yeah. Tim said, there we go. Yeah, you'd be there in 10 minutes. Make it happen. 50K soon. We're up over 4K. So we're working at it. We're working at it for sure. Wish you all luck. I've been watching for years. Mike Glennon. I knew that name looked familiar. Yeah. Appreciate it, Mike Glennon. We'll kick off the slate here with a little 110 action. The Detroit Tigers and the LA Angels. This line opened up at 155. It's now 159. And it opened up at a 9 minus 115. It's now a 9 minus 112. So we have a 3-cent line movement towards the under. We have a 4-cent line movement towards Detroit in this game here. Let me get off of the NFL. Let's start and look at NFL betting splits. There, we have 87% of tickets, 96% of cash is on the Tigers. The line's only moved 4 cents towards them, so that's kind of interesting there. Makes me kind of think that LA could be a little bit live in this game. 73% of tickets, 73% of cash on the over in this game, and yet this line has moved a couple cents towards the under. We have Jack Kochanowicz taking on Kyder Montero. Kochanowicz, 3.20 ERA, 1.22 whip, 1.37 strikeouts per nine, which is only 4%. He's really struggled for strikeouts. He's not a strikeout pitcher. 1.83 walks per nine, a 257 BABIP, a 4.95 FIP, and a 4.06 ERA. Montero, 3.54 ERA, 1.18 whip, 7.07 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 3.21 walks per nine, a 273 BABIP, a 3.7 FIP, and a 4.49 Sierra. The bullpen edge goes towards the Tigers. The hitting edge goes towards the Tigers. The Tigers have been the better team as of late, and they are the overall better team here in this matchup, hence why they are where they are. This team is 2 games over 500 now, and don't count out the Tigers because this team has all of a sudden played themselves 4.5 out. They are tied with the Seattle Mariners for second in the wild card, or for fifth in the wild card. They're behind. They're a game and a half behind Boston, and they're 4.5 behind Minnesota, which Minnesota showed some cracks as of late. Is there a possibility that the Detroit Tigers can strive for a playoff spot, which is absolutely crazy to say? But they're only 4.5 games out. And there is that opportunity for the Tigers to make some moves here. Now, do I want to lay a -1 line with them? Not particularly. I don't want to be on a side as public as the Tigers are here. Do I think the Tigers win this game? Probably. And I think that this could be a nice little under if you're looking for a total in this game, just because the Angels really struggle hitting. But is this a game I need to get involved with to start my day? Not particularly. Can Kochanowicz have a decent game? Maybe. He's going to go 6 innings. He's gone at least 6 innings in 3 straight starts. His outs is at 15.5. That's kind of interesting there. Expecting him to go 5 innings. I don't know. This is a tricky spot for me. I don't know how I want to get involved in this game, if I'm going to get involved in this game, which I don't think I am. But I guess it'd be under, and it might be Tigers -1. But I just can't get involved right now. But I think this would be an under, and this would be a what do you call it? A Tiger spot. 1-800 Gambler, yeah. Over 9, probably going to pass. I'm probably passing on this game. Nicholas, no, yeah. Anything can happen. Rep Detroit. Damn it. I'm actually really interested in the Tigers now. And I think the only thing keeping me off of it is how public they are, but the line's moving towards them. It's not like their markets are spitting in the face of this money. It's tricky. It's just a tricky spot. I wish this line moved a little bit more to really confirm my thoughts on the Tigers in this game, because they got everything advantage-wise here. I'm very interested in the Tigers -1, but I'm not going to play it. I'll stay off. We'll move on. San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers -130 favorites, so the total of 8 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here between Hayden Birdsong and Aaron Savali. Line opened up at a 137. It's down to a 130 for Milwaukee. Line opened up at an 8.5 at -105. It's down to an 8. So another move towards the under here in this spot, where we have 85% of tickets, 85% of cash is on the over in this game. 82% of tickets, 73% of cash is on the Brewers, and the line's moving towards the Giants with only 18% of tickets and 27% of cash. Makes the Giants very appealing in this one. The only problem is you got to trust Hayden Birdsong, which has been actually better as of late. I mean, are my numbers wrong here? Or is he? Oh, he had the one blow-up start against the Nationals. He had back-to-back blow-up starts, but he's been way better as of late against, granted, Oakland and Seattle. So this is not Milwaukee. He has been starting a lot of games on the road. He is coming off of a 4-inning appearance, no earned runs on 1 hit, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts against the Mariners. 7.8 ERA, 1.67 WHIP, 9.6 strikeouts per 9, which is 23%, 6.6 walks per 9, a 263 BABIP, a 6.9 FIP, and a 5.23 CR. On the flip side, Aaron Savali, 4.43 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, 6.64 strikeouts per 9, which is 17%. 3.54 walks per 9, a 274 BABIP, a 4.79 FIP, and a 5.03 CR. I do have Savali projected for some negative regression here. Are the Giants the team to really strike on that, though? Who knows? The bullpen edge does go slightly towards the Giants as of late. The bullpen's not been bad. Hitting edge does go towards the Brewers, 107 ERC plus, which is 11. There it is, 89, which is 26. Where is my biggest advantage in this game? As crazy as it sounds, I want to say it's Hayden Birdsong versus Aaron Savali. I'm not a fan of Aaron Savali, and the markets are pointing me towards the Giants in this spot. And I think that might be the way I get started with my card. And wow, Lions move to Brewers first 5, Giants full game. I think I just move on the full game here, full game plus 120, and trust the Giants bullpen here, and hope that they can give me enough runs to get the win here. So I think that's the way I'm going to start my card. I think it's going to be the Giants money line here for me.
I'm not gonna get involved in. Wow, I was looking through the card. It's kind of a crappy card. There's a couple of spots that I like, but there is not a lot that is really that's nice on this card. Obviously, you know I'm a Milwaukee guy. I like this team. I think I think they could have a really good postseason. I'm high on them. I have them 50-1 to win the World Series. So, going into the playoffs, I'm hoping for Brewers and Orioles. I also like Birdsong, even though he's gotten blown up his last couple of starts. He was one of the top prospects coming into it, but the Giants have lost 4 straight of his starts. Not really anything I want to get involved in. Savali, and another angle that I kind of look at, Nick, any pitcher that leaves Tampa Bay, I feel like there's something wrong with. Although Savali and the Brewers have won 3 straight of his starts. So nothing that I need to get involved in. If I'm going to, I'm leaning the Brewers route. But I don't feel like I need to get involved.
Fair. I am going to back Birdsong in this game. And I'm going to take the Giants here for this game. And I'm getting +1 15 on what do you call it? On Fanatics, and they're giving me boosts, so I'm able to get a 10% boost to get them up to plus 126 for a decent amount of it. So I'm playing the plus 115 with the Giants here in the spot.
There you go. Robert's betting the Giants again. Good luck, brothers. Thank you for the show. Feels like a barking dog kind of day. Nice plus money out there. There is some nice plus money out there. Giants, Brew Crew, over 8.5. I could see the over in this game. I could. I don't know if there's anywhere to really bet this game, Nick.
This is interesting because I get it. The White Sox are a terrible baseball team, but on the flip side, should the Texas Rangers be minus 230 on the road against anybody? But
if they're a team, it's going to be historically the worst team in MLB franchise history.
Yes, and let's get into this game here. And this game probably has no betting appeal to me whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It opened up at a 215 for the Rangers. It's now up to a 240. So the lines continue to move towards Texas. Line opened up at a 9 at even money, or my bad, plus 105. And it's basically corrected itself and went down to an 8.5 at minus 115. And now it's an 8.5 minus 122. So ever since it's moved down to the 8.5, it's gone up. And the ultimate question is, if the line opens up at 9 at plus 105 for a total and it goes down to an 8.5, is that really that significant of a line move? Is one thing I've started to question is if it's a heavy juiced under and it moves down half a run, I feel like that's just the juice correcting itself. Personally, 79% tickets, 80% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's gone from a 9 down to an 8.5, and we have 88% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Rangers, with the line moving heavily towards them. Somebody's got to kill parlays today. Is it the Texas Rangers today in this spot? And let's take a look at the pitching matchup. We have Nathan Eovaldi taking on Nick Nastrini, which, if Nick Nastrini sounds familiar, we saw him a little bit in the beginning of the season with the Chicago White Sox where he looked horrible. He last made an appearance, though. He pitched 4 1/3 solid innings against the Boston Red Sox on June the 8th. So it was over 2 months since we've seen him. 1 earned run, 5 walks, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts. They won that game 6-1. Every other one of his starts, they've lost by the run line at least. 6-3 against Milwaukee. He lost back-to-back appearances against the Blue Jays, 5-1, 9-2. Lost to the Phillies, 8-2. Lost to the Royals, 2-0. So up until his last start against Boston, they lost every single one. On the flip side, Nathan Eovaldi, 5.67 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 8 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%. 1.33 walks per 9, a 3.29 BABIP, a 3.87 FIP, and a 3.72 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards Texas, but both these bullpens are ass. And then the hitting edge actually goes to the White Sox. 88 WRC plus, which is 27th against righties, compared to 85, which is 28th against righties. The White Sox can't hit lefties. White Sox against righties, they're still bad, but they're not historically bad against righties. I really don't know what to do with this game. I guess it'd be lean towards the under. I think the under is probably the best look in this game. Which offense do you trust to do anything? Is the ultimate question. I would like to take a look at what Nick Nastrini has done in the minor leagues since being sent back down. So I'm going to take a look at that real quick. If he's pitched well in the minor leagues and he's earned this opportunity to come back up, then we'll see. But and it looks like the answer is no to that, because in 2024 in the minor leagues, he's a 3-9 record with a 5.24 ERA and 79 innings pitched. So I don't know what to do with this game. I don't think this is a game I'm betting. I know one thing for sure: you can mark me safe from laying minus 240 on the road with the Rangers,
or minus 155 on the run line. Yes, that's the run line price.
The Rangers are not that good.
No, I want nothing to do with the Rangers, and I'm not touching the White Sox. Keep in mind, this is still a White Sox team that has won 4 games since the All-Star break. Yes. Against the Giants. They beat the Astros, the Oakland Athletics. Oh, and a double-digit win against the New York Yankees.
Cash the White Sox money line on that game.
But no, a White Sox team that will most likely become the worst team in MLB history. They are on pace for that because they were trying to not catch the Mets, the 1962 Mets, which it was today in 1962 where the Mets finally hit the 100-loss mark. The White Sox did it 4 days ago, and they've lost every day since. So 31 and 103. Get it, White Sox. The question is, Nick, so 31, so that's 134 games. So when we play 162, so they got 28 left. All right, I did the math right, 28. Over, under 4.5 wins in the last 28.
I'm going to say over.
Do you think they can go 5-23 or better in their last 28 games?
See, when you asked me that, the first thing I thought of was 6-22.
That would put them at 37 wins for the year.
Is that and watch one of those wins be today. Watch Nick Masterini come out here.
No.
Also, keep in mind with the line movement, one thing I forgot to mention, it was a pitching change because I see Masterini's name in red, which tells me there was a pitching change. Mm-hmm. I don't know who was supposed to pitch, but this is, I think, him coming up and making a spot start.
No, Nick. One of their wins throughout the rest of the year will be tomorrow
against the Mets.
Seager, Jung, Duran, hit parlay. Plus money. Won't talk you off of it. Seager, 4 hits at 17.38. Hey, go for it, dude. Just wait and live bet the Rangers. White Sox first 5 money line.
That would be the only way to attack the White Sox in this game.
Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, let's get into it. The San Diego Padres taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. The Padres minus 110 favorites, total 7.5 in this game. Line opened up at minus 105 on both sides. 5-cent line movement towards San Diego. And then the total opened up at an 8, minus 105. It's now down to a 7.5, minus 110. Move towards the under here, suggesting we see a good performance from Gray and King. And right off the rip, I 100% agree with that. I agree with this line moving towards the under. 91% of tickets and 90% of the cash on this over. I might need to bet an over. I might need to bet the under in this game. And then 66% of tickets, 80% of cash on the over, or on the Padres in this game here. We have the Padres 2.45 ERA, or Michael King 2.45 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 12.27 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%, 3.27 walks per 9, or 246 BABIP, a 2.98 FIP, and a 3.14 Sierra. On the flip side, Sonny Gray 5.10 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 11.1 strikeouts per 9, which is 30%, 2.7 walks per 9, a 320 or 507 BABIP on a 507 FIP and a 3.25 Sierra. So I expect better from Gray. I expect King to continue to pitch the way he has been. The bullpen edge is a massive one towards the Padres. The hitting one is a massive one towards the Padres. 129 WRC plus, which is 3rd, compared to 99, which is 18th. I can only look Padres in this game on the side, and I'm actually very tempted on adding the Padres here. Just full game money line. And the Padres are a full game or nothing team. I don't play first 5s with the Padres because their bullpen is so freaking good, which is why they are such a dangerous team come the postseason, and that's why I'm going to love betting them in October, is because of that bullpen. And this line's continue to move up a little bit. I'm seeing minus 115s. I'm interested in it's the first 5 under out of 4. It is a 4. I'm interested in that first 5 under. It's a lean to me right now. I like the Padres in this game, though. I see a pitching advantage with the Padres, the bullpen advantage, the hitting advantage. The line's moving towards them. 66% of the tickets, 80% of the cash. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab the Padres here. Minus 115 on Fanatics is what I'm going to get.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side. I'm going to have the Cardinals in this one. Yeah. It seems just too tight of a line. I know St. Louis has been kind of, they haven't been that great as of late, although, they've lost 2 out of 3 so far in the series, 3 out of 5. Previous that was a 3-game winning streak, but this is not a Cardinals team. You got a Cardinals team that's a game under 500, and then you got a Padres team that is 17 games over. Holy shit. Yeah, they're making the playoffs. Wow. That's exactly, and it's a pick'em. For me, that's all I need to see. I'm going to be grabbing the Cardinals here at around even money. I know it's King. King's been great this year. I feel like this line should be bigger for the Padres, and it's not. And because it's not, I'm taking the Cardinals today.
All right, I'm on the opposite side. I've already moved at the minus 115. And I'm getting minus 112 over on CapperTek. So I put up the Padres there for me personally.
I'm gonna have the Cardinals up there too. So we're against each other. Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Nestrisi pitches. Yes, he pitches for the White Sox. Michael King, the record win. San Diego, King over strikeouts. This line suspicious. Yeah, it is suspicious. Let's keep on rolling, and I'm gonna go put this up.
Yeah, we have Colorado Rockies and the Miami Marlins. I gotta say, I love this series in course because we've been able to get reasonable numbers to fade the Marlins. It's been great. Like, I don't have to lay run lines to fade the Marlins. I did the one game they lost, but they should have won that game against with Quantrill on the mound. The 5-run ninth inning. That Cubbies game yesterday made up for the Rockies game the night before. Like, that was like the Rockies was a complete collapse. The Cubbies was a massive comeback. Line opened up at a 125. It's down to a 122. Line opened up at an 11 at minus 115, 11.5 minus 115. Now it's 11.5 minus 101. Take a look at the cash flow in this game. 56% of the tickets, 59% of the cash is on the over in this one. 69% of the tickets, nice, and 55% of the cash is on the Rockies in this game as well. We have a pitching matchup between Valente Belloso and Bradley Baylock. Belloso, 2.93 ERA, 1.34 whip, 5.86 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 3.9 walks per 9, and 244 BABIP, a 5.62 FIP, and a 5.97 CR. On the flip side, Bradley Baylock, 3.24 ERA, 1.44 whip, 5.94 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%, 3.78 walks per 9, a 296 BABIP, a 3.89 FIP, and a 5.59 CR. The bullpen edge does go towards the Marlins. The hitting edge goes towards the Marlins. 98 WRC plus, which is 20th, compared to 89, which is 25th. But you guys know exactly where we're going for this game. We're going to continue on what we're doing. It's been really good as of late, as the Marlins are hitting another skid. By the way, for those wondering, a couple days ago, the Marlins under win total cashed.
Yep.
For those who took it.
Yeah.
And Oakland's been total cashed yesterday. They're
Yes.
over. It was a 57. So that was kind of interesting there. I remember liking that in the beginning of the season. I didn't pull the trigger on any totals or any futures, but I'm getting minus 125 here with the Rockies. I'm going to go ahead and take them here.
Sounds good. I did same as well, and I would like to recommend something for today, Nick. I want to grab a little bit of a degenerate parlay. And I'm actually going to put this parlay up on CapperTek. And this doesn't happen often, but it's going to be a 2-legger. Colorado and Colorado. Give me the Rockies.
I still need to move on the Buffaloes. I still need to move on the Buffaloes, but thanks for reminding me. I'm going to move on them first half and full game. And that's the only double up spot I'm going to have in college football this week, probably. That's the game I had circled for a while, and seeing the line do what it has. Let's see. It's still getting 9.5s everywhere. I am going to move on them first half and full game. The Buffaloes. So there's that.
Yep, I'm putting that together. I'm only going to put one thing on it, but you must make at least. Oh, does it not let me do? Oh, I could just select all. Never mind. And then it'll let me click them like that. But yeah, just fading the Marlins as we normally do.
Yes, and I need to move on the Buffalo. So let me. Whoa, I don't know about that. Why is that line gone to an 8.5 now?
I still see 9.5s everywhere.
Wow, that's an 8.5. That's oh boy. That's making me take a small step back on that game. That's I need to look at that a little bit deeper after the show. That's not where I thought that line was going to go. I was expecting 10s, and I saw an 8.5 on Fanatics. Oh boy.
But I put it in Colorado money line, Colorado Rockies money line, 2-team parlay. It's a plus 133. So there you go. My first parlay up on CapperTek. I don't do it often, but I felt like it was a good spot to do it. Rockies.
No luck.
Yes. Grab the rocks. Yes. Jacksonville State, and then the over in the Colorado game. I could see the over in the Colorado game. I could. By the way, they did put up all the Nick on CapperTek, which if you guys are not following the CapperTeks, we are on CapperTek now, which is another. Can I actually get that? Hold on, I'm looking at something real quick. Oh, that's part no. Anyways, you can check all of our plays over on CapperTek. That's where I put a bunch of college football up. I did not bet the Jacksonville State game, although that's very enticing to look at. To look towards Jacksonville State for me. And then you said Colorado and North Dakota State over. I could see that because that North Dakota State has a high-powered offense, and so is Colorado. But let's continue this one, Nick.
Yep. By the way, I just put into the chat the link to my CapperTek, my profile. And one thing I'm doing is if you guys follow my CapperTek, you sign up for CapperTek and you just follow me, you don't have to buy anything. I'm giving 1 day free passes out for anybody who does follow me over on CapperTek. So that's one thing I wanted to bring up there. Yeah, go for it.
I was scrolling through CapperTek. I'm not going to do this because this was very scummy. I was scrolling through, and all of a sudden I see NC State money line plus 1005. So I could put a unit on it to gain 99.5 units. I'm not going to because that's very scummy to do, but I saw that on CapperTek.
Yeah. But if you got the link to there, if you just follow my account, I'm giving anyone who follows me, I'm giving a 1 day thing so you guys can see what it looks like and things along those lines. And if you want to continue, if you guys follow, I'll also offer out. And if you follow me and you want to continue with it more, message me on Twitter at Nicholas_Earle, and if you want a 7-day, a 30-day, 60-day, whatever, I'll give a discounted 50% off package of whatever time length you guys want. I will send that to you, but you guys have to be following my CapperTek in order for me to be able to give you that stuff.
Same goes with me. There you go.
Yeah. The link is in the description below. If you follow me, I'm giving you 1 day free pass. If you guys want to continue and purchase them, I'm giving 50% off any package you guys want. So there you guys go. And that is every single bet I post. I no longer post on Capit. Every single play that I bet and I make official is up on my CapperTek. So if you guys want all my college football, I've already posted my play for NFL Week 1 between Baltimore and Kansas City. I've already bet that. I've already posted it. If you guys want that as well, go for it. But yeah, We'll move on, though. New York Mets, Baltimore Orioles, New York Mets, Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks minus 120 favorites with a total of 8.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history here. I have to switch back to the cash flow for baseball. There we go. We have Peterson and Ryan Nelson. Originally, I thought it was going to be McGill. It's Peterson now, which I like. Save McGill for the White Sox. Line opened up at a minus 120. It's now a 117. It got up to a 126 at one point. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 105. It's now an 8.5 at plus 105. So we have almost eights showing up potentially soon with the markets moving with the line opening up at a 9, which is interesting there. We have 67% of tickets and 59% of the cash is on the Diamondbacks, and the line's moving towards the Mets. Same type of market we've had the last 2 nights for this. And we have 88% of tickets and 79% of the cash is on the over, yet this line's dropped a half a run and potentially almost a full run here, expecting Ryan Nelson and David Peterson to pitch well. Peterson, a 2.45 ERA, 1.12 whip, 7.36 strikeouts per 9, which is 20%, 3.44 walks per 9, a 240 BABIP, but 3.38 FIP, and a 4.43 SIERA. On the flip side, Ryan Nelson has been a gem for the Diamondbacks. He has been a savior, kind of feels like, finding an extra pitcher in the rotation. 2.56 ERA, 0.85 whip, 10.8 strikeouts per 9, which is 32%, 1.71 walks per 9, a 250 BABIP, a 2.66 FIP, and a 2.83 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Diamondbacks. The hitting edge goes towards the Diamondbacks. 120 WRC plus, which is 4th, compared to 101, which is 16th. I wanted to go back to the Mets in the first 5 again in this game. However, the first 2 nights, I made the argument the Mets had the starting pitching advantage. Sean Manaea against what was supposed to be Rodriguez, but ended up being Fad, which I still liked regardless. Mm-hmm. And then yesterday, Severino versus Rodriguez, I liked that pitching matchup as well. I don't like this pitching matchup as much. So this is probably end up going to be a stay-off spot for me. I kind of lean under the total if I'm looking at a side in this spot, but not going to force anything in this game.
I grabbed the Mets. And it's me wanting to back David Peterson, who's been on the right side of a lot of Mets games this year. And whenever we see Peterson pitch, most of the time, the Mets are scoring behind him. 7-1 win versus San Diego. 4-3 versus Baltimore, which was a no decision. That was a walk-off game. 9-1 against Oakland. 9-1 against Colorado. 2 losses to LA and Atlanta, but 6 runs against Miami. 7 runs against Washington. Pittsburgh, 5 runs. Washington, 9 runs. What I'm going to do in this one, Nick, and you normally don't see me doing this all that often, give me the Mets team total over. I'm taking the Mets team total over here as well because they score for Peterson. And I just read off all the numbers with that. Going to go see what I can get. Actually, I probably should look on Bet Stamps because that might have the most numbers. Mets game props team total. I can get 4.5 at plus 110. I don't bet these games often, or I don't bet these plays often. I'm taking the Mets team total over 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a reason to bet the Mets. I just don't have it at the moment.
That's fine. Do you want to go to the chat real quick?
Yep. Let's see. Where do you leave off? There you go. Bet Online does not have money line bets for college football, Lane. They don't for the really widespread games, as far as I know. So there's that. What's up? Mets first 5 in full game. Yeah, I could see that. Diamondbacks -1.5 versus a lefty. Ryan Nelson over K's. Mets boosted +110, sounding like sounded up my alley. They've won 6 games in a row following a loss, and but then again, the Diamondbacks have won have won their last 7 as a dog. Meh. Yeah, end up being a stay off spot for me. Morning, gentlemen. What's good, Untouchable? Tell me back. Good morning. Good morning. What's good, Brad? RIP to Flexing Day yesterday. The stupid White Sox made sure it wasn't possible. I got stuck with game 2. I saw Flexin, which wasn't the case. Texas run line loser. There you go. Nick, you did it. Astros shut out the Phillies yesterday. That was really nice to see. Over 8.5. Let's go Mets. Mets do play good in Arizona, but both teams will score today. Yeah, you know how it's work. Nerfy and Mets first 5. I like Peterson. I do like Peterson as well. I do. Both teams team total over. Fair. Yeah, Flexing is 22-4 to the -1.5. Shaking my head. Dang.
I will say I added one more thing for the Mets game. Lindor over 1.5 total bases -110.
There you go. Cool. We will move on though. A game that for me was frustrating yesterday. I had the Oakland, or not the Oakland A's. I had the Cincinnati Reds yesterday -1. But the Reds -125, total of 10 in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow, and I was looking at it already a little bit. Next season, sign me up for some Reds futures. That is going to be a team I'm going to invest in next season when it comes to the futures market, because they have one of the worst records in one-run games, and they remind me of this year's Padres. Or last year's Padres, my bad. Line opened up at a 140 for the Reds. It's down to a 127. Line opened up at a 10 at -110. It's now a 10.5 at -110. So a half run line movement towards his over, with a decent move towards the Oakland A's as well, suggesting to us that Julian Aguilar is definitely vulnerable in this game, which I kind of agree with. Let's get into the cash flow here. 82% of tickets and 81% of cash is on the over in this game. The line moving towards it. 31% of tickets and 69% of the cash, nice, is on the Oakland Athletics. This Oakland team has been really good as of late. They've already hit their over win total. It'll be JT Ginn taking on Julian Aguilar, which I would love to take a deeper look into these pitchers. Ginn, I believe this is a bullpen game for both teams. I don't see any numbers for Ginn. He was a 2020 draft pick, 2nd round, 52nd overall by the New York Mets. And then on the other side, Julian Aguilar has pitched twice this year. He last made an appearance on the 24th. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 6 innings pitched. We haven't seen much from these two pitchers to really get a good gauge on them. But this market is telling me that it's going to be a long day for our friend Julian Aguilar here. And I would like to back the Oakland Athletics. I'm going to split it I'm going to take them 2 ways, though, as a way to maybe not hedge it. But if Ginn does not look good, or I'm assuming this is a bullpen game for the Oakland A's, if they don't look good, then it gives me an opportunity to break even. I'm taking the Oakland money line at +115. This market's telling me everything. The line move and the sharp money all over Oakland tells me a lot there. I'm also going to take their team total over 4.5. Both these are over on ESPN Bet. So I'm gonna double up on the Oakland Athletics here. Money line, full game, because I do like because Oakland's bullpen has been better than Cincinnati's. And as well, the hitting edge is not anything significant, but it's slightly towards the Reds. So I'm going to be on the Oakland Athletics 2 ways here. Oakland A's +115. Oh, it's +110 now. The line's dropped. So that kind of confirms my thoughts a little bit more there. And then we have the the Oakland Athletics team total over 4.5 minus 130 as well.
I'm gonna actually have 3 plays in this game. One of the and I'm gonna be taking 2 player props. I'm gonna look a little bit into player props because I feel like I'm missing out a little bit on a little bit of money that's been out there. I'm taking Oakland with you. So Oakland's going up, and I'm taking Oakland with you. And I want to take 2 players from the Oakland Athletics. The first one should be fairly obvious, Nick. And that is Brent Rooker. The other one is Lawrence Butler, who has been outstanding this year. Both of them hitting hot right now. I get even money on over 1.5 bases for Butler and minus 115 for Brent Rooker. So I'm going to jump on both of those along with the Oakland Athletics to win this game at plus 115.
Yeah, I like Oakland in this spot. The for me, it's mainly just me trusting the market in this game that it's going to be a rough start for Aguilar, and the Reds.
There you go. Where did you leave off?
It says 14.
Nick or Tim, any thoughts on the Astros against the Royals for today? We will go over that game in a minute. Alonso. I'm not going to trust Alonso. I have other players on that team that I want to look at instead. He might hit a home run. I hope he does. I feel wrenchless today. Anyways, under 10.5 in the Reds. Fernando, I love you. You're the best. Oakland first 5. A's heating up. By the way, I saw random rankings of the standings of teams' records since the All-Star break. It was like playoff team, playoff team, playoff team, playoff team, playoff team, Oakland Athletics, playoff team, playoff team. Oakland's been good since the All-Star break. I love it.
So what that tells me is the Oakland A's are making the playoffs.
Anyways, I'll take
Sacramento
over home run and Lindor over bases. Wow, what an MVP candidate. I hope so. No ride and wave for me. Pass. I can trust the Reds no more. I don't blame you. Leaning Reds to get the win. Pass. How much did you cash in for Astros yesterday? I had the over 10. I had the over 10 and it pushed. Yep, it's a dog day running with the A's plus 115. I like it. You see Jordan hit. Yeah, we saw Jordan.
He was awesome yesterday.
Yeah. Nick, this one might be my strongest play of the day.
I was looking a little bit into this one. This one's an interesting game. Let's get into it. Philadelphia Phillies, Atlanta Braves, minus 145 for the Phillies when I type this up, total of 8.5. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 120. It's down to an 8.5 minus 105. Line opened up at a 145. It's now 154. We have the Braves coming in off of a sweep against Minnesota, but switching cities. We have a 9-cent line movement towards the Philadelphia Phillies in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow where we have 81% of tickets and 68% of the cash on the Phillies in this game. 74% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the over in this spot as well. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup in this game where we have Christopher Sanchez taking on Charlie Morton. Morton, 4.56 ERA, 1.48 whip, 10.52 strikeouts per 9, which is 27%. 2.81 walks per 9, a 369 BABIP, a 5.15 FIP, and a 3.45 SIERA. On the flip side, Christopher Sanchez, 5.17 ERA, 1.31 whip, 7.18 strikeouts per 9, which is 19%, 1.44 walks per 9, a 330 BABIP, a 3.29 FIP, and a 3.32 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards Atlanta. The hitting edge goes towards Atlanta, 126 WRC plus, which is third, compared to 93, which is 22nd. For me, and it's a tricky game for me. My ultimate what I don't understand is I don't think this line should be moving towards Philadelphia. I don't. and I get it. Philadelphia had an ugly loss yesterday. This is a massive series for potential division. Like if Atlanta goes into Philly and they're not gonna win all four. Let's just hypothetically speak though. Atlanta goes into Philadelphia, sweeps them all 4 games. We're looking at an Atlanta Braves team that is 1 game out of the division. I still remember back a couple months ago, I made a stupid decision on betting the Atlanta Braves to win the NL East at plus 265. This is a massive series for that bet. I'm not betting this game. I'm not. I'm staying off this spot. I lean Atlanta. And I know you want to look at Philadelphia because they looked like crap yesterday and they got no hit into the 8th inning. I can only look at Atlanta, though, in this game, personally. I think this line's too wide, but it's ultimately a no play for me.
I'm on Philadelphia. I took their own line. And I know you already kind of, I don't want to say made fun of it, but you've already kind of pointed out saying, hey, I don't like this spot. That's fine. I'm not going to fault you for not liking the Philly spot for me today. I just think it's a good bounce back spot, especially for, well, at one point it was the best team in baseball. And I just see it. Plus you get Charlie Morton's on the mound for Atlanta, which I think the Philadelphia Phillies will absolutely slam. I did a free pick video on this one last night. Really big on it. Or one of my favorite plays today in baseball is the Philadelphia Phillies on the run line. So that's what I'm doing. Grabbing Philly. I got their run line last night at 138, and I see it down to like 130s now. So I got it at a good number. Give me the Phillies run line tonight.
You know what I think might be a good play in every game in the series? Unders. I think the under is worth a look here in this series because I see this as a playoff style atmosphere. Like this is division on the line. Really, I get it. It's a 5-game lead, but this is a 4-game series, and I believe this is the last time these two teams play each other this year. So yes. Let's just say Atlanta wins 3 out of 4 in this series. They're 2 games behind. Nope, they're 3 games behind with 20-something games to go. And after this, the Braves get the Rockies, the Blue Jays, the Nationals, the Reds for a game. They get the Dodgers for 4. Then they get the Reds, the Marlins, the Mets, and the Royals.
They have an easy schedule. They're in the playoffs. So they're locked into the playoffs.
They have a cakewalk to end the year. I think Atlanta can still win the division. Yeah, I think Atlanta wins this game. I just don't know if I want to go up against this market move.
I like Philly in this one. I'm just going to ride with Philly.
And I understand that. It's just I feel like this is too wide of a line.
Philly run line, yes. You guys lean. Do you guys think this game goes under 8.5? Leaning that way. Yeah, I could see the under. Harper home run or Alec Boehm home run? Either one. I think Harper probably hits one today. North Dakota State all day. No. I will tell you, if you want to grab, if a FCS team were to beat an FBS team this week, I have a feeling it's not that game. I like Sacramento State tonight against San Jose State. That line's gone from a 4 to a 3 now, so I like that even better now. And then, where is it? I think Oklahoma State has a chance to be upset. And they're against South Dakota State. So those are 2 spots I can kind of look towards. I don't know where that – I can't find that Oklahoma State game, which is annoying. But let's see. Oklahoma State versus San Diego State. It's a 9.5. I can see San Diego State having a better shot at beating Oklahoma State on Saturday than over Colorado tonight. I like Colorado a lot tonight. I'm going to pass on this game. Braves. You're going for the Braves. I don't want the Braves. I like the over. No over. I don't like the over in this one. Marsh hit. There's too many sports on today. I know, isn't it great? Luckily, we don't have to bet this game because this one's ugly.
Damn it, though. This game was really interesting to me. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox minus 140 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Line opened up at a minus 135. It's now minus 138. So it's a 3-cent line movement towards Boston. Line opened up at a 9.5, all the way down to an 8.5. 78% of the tickets, 78% of the cash on the over. And this line's dropped a full run. And we know what happens when lines drop full runs like this. It soars over. 81% of the tickets, 95% of cash is on the over, or on the Red Sox in this game here. My initial thoughts was this game's going to go over the total. Let's get into the pitching matchup here, where we have Bowden Francis, who has looked like one of the better pitchers in baseball the last 30 days. He's been unreal. 1.91 ERA, 0.61 whip, 9.82 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 1.36 walks per nine, a 141 BABIP, a 3.5 FIP, and a 2.95 SIERA. On the flip side, Cutter Crawford, 7.3 ERA, 1.14 whip, 6.93 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, 3.28 walks per nine, a 194 BABIP, a 6.13 FIP, and a 5.29 SIERA. Both these bullpens are terrible. And the hitting edge goes towards Toronto, 114 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 112th, which is 8th. This is really interesting, this game, to me. And I was looking at it because sometimes I look at player props strictly to see what the books anticipate for a player. Mm-hmm. Bowden Francis has been incredible as of late. He's gone his last 4 starts, 5 innings, 7 innings, 7 innings, 8 innings. He gave up 2 earned runs in the 5 innings against the Orioles, followed that up with 1 earned run against the Angels, no earned runs on 3 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts against the Cubs. And he stepped up the next one with 1 earned run, 1 hit, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts, and 8 innings pitched, where he brought a no-hitter into the 9th before he gave up a home run to Taylor Ward. And what have they done now? They took his strikeout prop, which he's gotten 7, 8, 7, and 12, and it's a 5.5. Granted, the last 4 games, it's been 3.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5.5. Mm-hmm. His last 2 games, 14.5, 17.5 for outs. It's a 15.5. Juice towards the under, or it's a 16 juice towards the over. Or 16.5 juice towards the under. 14.5 juice towards the over. For earned runs, it is 2.5, and it is juiced minus 145. What is this telling me? Bowden Francis gets hit today. That's what that tells me. And I think Cutter Crawford gets hit as well. I'm going to play this game over the total. I think that's the play here for me. And I can get 8.5 at minus 105. So I'm going to play this game over.
I don't feel the need to go after. Obviously, it's a Toronto Blue Jays game, so I don't feel the need to go after it. Blue Jays games, I cross out. I move on. So I'm not going to waste your time. I'll be rooting for the Red Sox because I still want them to try to catch up for that wild card spot. But I can't bet this game. I'm not doing it. It's Red Sox or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the Astro game. We're going over it next. Be patient. Red Sox run line. Welcome to Fenway. Toronto first 5. I'm going for the Blue Jays because Springer. Fair enough. I remember when David Price was on the Red Sox. Yeah, I know, right? All right. Brad, we'll finally go over it for you.
Yeah. By the way, over 8.5 minus 105. I think Bowden Francis gets hit. So I want to figure out real quick before I move on. Even money. I want to take that Red Sox team total over. I'm going to. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Bowden Francis gets hit tonight. So I'm going to be on the Boston Red Sox team total over 4.5 at even money as well. I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. So we'll move on, though. With 2 games remaining on the card, we have the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. The Astros minus 155 favorites, total of 8 in this game. Brady Singer, Hunter Brown. Line opened up at 150. It's up to a 153. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 111 or 110. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards the Astros. Hunter Brown and Brady Singer. Brady Singer struggled as of late, but I project for some positive regression. 5.65 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 9.42 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%. 9.42 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 1.26 walks per nine, a 4.16 BABIP, but a 2.96 FIP and a 3.49 SIERA. On the other side, Hunter Brown, 2.70 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, 9.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%. 3 walks per nine, a 2.93 BABIP, a 2.83 FIP, and a 3.46 SIERA. Bullpen edge does go towards these Royals as of late. They've had the better bullpen. The hitting edge goes towards the Royals as well. 124 WRC plus, which is 4th compared to 112, which is 9th. I've got nothing on this game. I will sit back and probably enjoy it regardless because this is a potential playoff matchup. Right now, if the playoffs would start, this would be a wild card matchup. How fun would that be?
Yes, that would be awesome.
So, yeah, I have nothing for this game. I lean under, I think, if I had to bet anything, which sounds crazy, but both these pitchers look good. 21% of the tickets, 59% of cash is on the Royals. The lines move towards the Astros. 86% of tickets, 81% of cash on the over. Lines moving towards the under. Take it away, Tim. I've got nothing in this game.
I took the Royals. I got plus money on them. I do really like this Royals team, obviously. We are both high on the Royals team coming into this year. I think Hunter Brown is going to slow down a lot. I know he's been pitching really well as of late. He's getting up there in innings. I think eventually it's going to start to affect him because he's 15 innings shy of what he did last year, and we saw him start to struggle last year. I like the spot for Kansas City. I like Singer. Brady Singer's been solid this year. 3.38 ERA. He got hit in his last start. That was against Philly. He got hit against Minnesota. But he's been good against all the other teams that he's pitched against. So I like Kansas City. I got some plus money on them in this one. I believe it was plus 130 something. So I'm taking Kansas City in this one.
Sure.
Oh, and I'm also taking Bobby Witt Jr. over bases, which is minus 120. Red Sox run line and the over. Fade spot for the Astros. I like that idea. All right, Nick. 2 of our system plays at their finest.
Yeah, it's split out. I've split out on the money lines so far in the series. I've already bet this. It's plus 130 on the Orioles. Let's get into it though. Minus 155 for the Dodgers. Total of 9 in this game. This line's dropped. It opened up at a 155 down to a 142. So we have had a 13-cent line movement towards these Baltimore Orioles. Line opened up at a 9 minus 115, got up to a 9.5, back down to a 9. So interesting line movement there on the total with 71% of tickets, 66% of cash is on the over. 90% of tickets, 94% of cash is on the Dodgers, and they're making it more appealing to bet the Dodgers. The books inviting all the Dodger money. Cade Povich and Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller's not been very good. Cade Povich has had his struggles too. 5.74 ERA, 1.79 WHIP, 5.74 strikeouts per nine, which is 13%, 4.02 walks per nine, a 354 BABIP, a 345 BABIP, a 508 FIP, and a 5.83 SIERA. On the flip side, Bobby Miller 5.91 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, 8.44 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 0.84 walks per nine, a 355 bullpen edge for this game goes towards the Dodgers slightly. Hitting edge goes towards the Orioles, 102 WRC plus, which is 15th, compared to 97, which is 18th. The Dodgers are not hitting lefties particularly well. So it's the Orioles for me, plus 130 in this spot. I am not a fan of Bobby Miller. We've not seen him look good this year. He started the year hurt. He looks like he's been pitching hurt, and I do not trust him here. So I am on the Orioles at plus 130. Plus, if I wasn't fading the Dodgers every game, this would still be a play on the Orioles for me because of the way the market's moving as well.
There you go. Orioles every day for me. I need to update the post because I forgot to do it yesterday because I got busy and just totally blanked out on it. But I will adjust it because I did bet it yesterday. I'll get back to I'll have that posted and ready for tomorrow. So stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter. But Orioles every single day for me. And who did I end up? Colton Cowser over bases as well. So I got 5 player pops for today. Let's see how those go.
Good.
Kansas City money line. I like it. I'll lean over and towards the Orioles. Get it. I love the Dodgers yesterday, minus 110, but for minus 155 today. I'm buying Baltimore. Yes. And the over. There you go. That is all the games for today. Nick, if you want to, you still doing the ad reads on the bottom?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do it for SeatGeek. I haven't done it for W in a couple of days, but
I know.
it is what it is. Yeah. But if you're looking ahead to a sporting event, concert, or any other type of events, be sure to head over to SeatGeek and use the promo code ESB at checkout. If it's your first purchase, you'll save $20 off. They have a good grading system from red to green to tell you which games or which tickets have the best value. You look for the games with the best value. Now it's time to do the same thing with your ticket buying. Head over to SeatGeek, use the promo code ESB, save you $20 off.
There you go. And once again, all of our plays, and I posted in the chat again, are over on CapperTek. If you follow the accounts for today, right, you get a free day.
Yes. Yep.
Which I got a lot of stuff up there today. So if you guys are interested, go ahead, follow us over on CapperTek. And then what was the deals for it, Nick?
Yeah, I'm posting mine as well. For me, if you follow, just all you have to do is sign up for an account on CapperTek and follow me. I'll give you 1 day for free. If you want to continue and you want to purchase subscriptions and things along those lines, message me on Twitter how long you want it. And I have the ability to followers only, because it won't let me do this if you're not following me on CapperTek, to send out special offers. Like I can, if you want to buy a 1 day pass for tomorrow, I can send you out a special offer for $2.50 for a 1 day pass, or a 50% off for a 1 day pass, stuff like that. So if you guys want to continue like that, I can send out that. But if you guys follow me, all you got to do, sign up for an account on CapperTek and follow me. My link is right here as well, nicholasearle.cappertek.com. Follow me, and I will send you guys 1 day for free, which that'll have my baseball card for today. That'll have all the college football plays I've posted so far, which I believe I'm up to 7 or 8 college football plays for this weekend. Including a couple tonight, a couple on Friday, and some Saturday action as well, and Sunday action too. Also I have Thursday Night Football, NFL, Chiefs and Ravens. I've got that play already posted as well. That video won't be recorded for another like 4 or 5 days. So if you guys want that play now before the line moves, go check that as well. So yeah, that's all I got to say there.
There you go. And I will say for the recap today, we're not gonna do a recap on the show. Go and follow the CapperTek. You get all of our plays. Is that fair, Nick?
That's fair.
Everybody go follow the 2 CapperTeks, and you guys will get all of the plays for today. Fire show. Appreciate it, Stop Geo. Thank you, everyone. Good luck. And did you miss the Astros? Yeah, I'm taking the Royals, and I'm taking Bobby Witt. So there you go. Bird song with bird shit on the Brewers. Sounds good to me. Didn't bet the game. But that's going to do it, Nick, for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again with another one tomorrow. Till then, peace out, guys.